We have a source of toxic known as a coin, and as we know, coins are two-sided. Now, at first glance, a coin doesn't seem toxic or harmful, but once digging deeper, we discover that they are indeed toxic in excessive amounts. However, the problem in the first place is the fact that we all view the coin at face value and don't bother turning it around to see behind or initial view of the coin. This particular type of coin is called Flub.
What we do here is go back.
Before I start my rant, I want to follow Flub's guidelines. As I'm ranting on you, it only seems correct to follow the rules he set in place. It states that we have to use legitimate and valid points, which is understandable. Flub also reminds us not to be a hypocrite and not to swear for no reason, as it comes off as immature. Well, that's funny you say that, Flub.
Prancer, I'ma go insane.
You see, Flub, usually when you advise people not to do things, you don't do them yourself. That is defined as being a hypocrite. And unfortunately, it looks as if you dug your own hypocritical grave. This message is by you. You also happen to be ranting about a YouTuber by the name of Riverciver. You also happen to have written rule number 3, which tells us not to swear. You have also happened to write rule number 2, which advises us not to be a hypocrite. The situation doesn't matter, nor do the timestamps. The fact that you wrote the tips after you wrote the sentences above doesn't prove my point invalid. The fact that you wrote these messages in the past doesn't mean it's not relevant today, considering you show the same signs of hypocrisy today. Shows that you haven't changed from your past, and therefore your old evidence keeps its relevance to this day. I understand why you retaliated in this manner, but this doesn't serve justice for the hypocrisy.
Something I fail to understand is why you keep rules about death threats and things related to it, when you've said the same things yourself. Stating that River will hopefully be euthanized is literally wishing death upon someone, a subject you just so happen to be very offended by. I noticed you seem very passionate about the reasons why the GD community is cancerous. So you concluded that the community is toxic because of jealousy and refusing to better oneself and instead attacking others. Funny how you're more part of the problem than the solution in this case, particularly the part about harassment, hate, attacking, etc. Don't you find it weird that you preach about how toxic the community is because they attack others instead of focusing on becoming a better person themselves, yet you do the exact same thing yourself?
If you think the solution is to stop attacking others and you claim yourself as such a hero and somebody that knows the solution to helping the community, why do you contradict all your statements? I have more screenshots, but those are all highly valid reasonings. However, these both are contradicting the whole idea that we shouldn't complain about the community, which is a point you brought up upon yourself. If you thought you hadn't reached the highest level of hypocrisy, this is a screenshot I took from Juniverse, server you happen to have the highest rank on. The context is that someone suggested a not safe for work channel, a clear joke and a light comment to be perfectly honest. You can find that offensive, I don't find anything wrong with that. It was a clear joke, and you stated that using a joke excuse is invalid. Except, in your Mika video, you parody Spanish YouTubers, also a clear joke, which I understand. You tell everyone it's a joke at the start of the video. But one could say, if you use jokes as an excuse, you're pathetic. Checkmate, Flub.
Santa don't know where to go, so let me take the reins, yeah.
On the March 18th, a YouTuber by the name of Papa uploaded a video. In this video, he tried to explain the problem about Flub and Juniper. Arguably, a lot of the information was wrong and the video was poorly made. Keep in mind, Papa is 12. Just because you made a video on which was incorrect does not give you any right whatsoever to chat behind Papa's back and indicate that he's stupid, so you can have a laugh behind his back by telling everyone you're ignoring him. Just because you have a reputation of being a nice guy gives you no excuse to be able to make fun of a 12-year-old, or anybody else for that matter, especially someone who was an avid fan and used to enjoy your content. Just because someone is young on YouTube doesn't mean you laugh at his video and make fun of the fact that he's young. I'm directly talking to Juniper now, who shared this tweet. No, Juniper, the whole video wasn't about you. 1 minute was. You were experienced in YouTube. Papa is not. I always thought someone like you would encourage a beginner. You showed outside in your videos and streams. If you looked in, he was a massive fan of you. He tries to take inspiration from you. The only thing he critiqued was that your content is slowly becoming stale, and you shut him out, and you insulted him about trying to animate like you do. You get nothing from it insulting and bullying children. All you cause is grief and betrayal. The only argument and insult he gave against this 12-year-old was the fact that he's trying to be like you, but failing. That's pathetic and low. If you get wrongly exposed, you don't go ahead and kill him over for being a fan. Juniper also critiques him for stealing one of her video ideas. No, he didn't copy your video. Somebody from his Discord server suggested it. And so you violated Flub's rules of calling out a YouTuber using incomplete and invalid points. Oh, you couldn't have known the backstory? Well, Papa couldn't have known behind the context of the evidence he showed in his video as well, yet Flub criticized him for doing that. I'm also here to remind you that in your old room, you also had a Juniper poster. Do I say that word again?
Landing on your house, yeah. Quiet as a mouse, yeah.
Oh, Well, this has been in the works for a while in order to make it a super happy, toxicity-free and
Juniverse, a place which prides itself in supposedly being toxicity-free. In reality, however, Juniverse brings a large amount of toxicity along with it, thus breaching its own rule of non-toxicity. And the origin of all this toxicity? None other than Flub. Upon searching up Flub's messages, here are the first messages that come up. Here's some advice, Flub, and other Discord server owners alike. You don't combat toxicity by mass banning people or becoming a dictator in the server. This only succeeds in making yourself toxic. Having strict and unfair rules doesn't keep the oh-so-feared toxicity away. Rather, it brings it in, making the server unenjoyable for many. Rules serve a purpose, of course, but an excessive amount of harsh ones does a great job of taking away lots of freedom from the ones who have to abide by them.
If you retaliate and give a statement that no one was unfairly banned, have a look at this. This message was directed at a number of people. What did they do? Well, I said they liked Papa, they got attacked and banned. I'm friends with Papa. He's a really nice person. There is nothing wrong with saying you like him and defending him, especially since a member of staff questioned him in the first place. Oh wait, Flub hates Papa. Okay, ban everyone for supporting him. But if Flub is so annoyed with people joking around and tells people off for doing it, then maybe don't do this? Is there anything wrong with that? Yes. The fact that he doesn't have a valid reason for bans. I went into Juniper's stream and there was an endless stream of comments asking why they got banned. They had no idea. And secondly, isn't putting this as a joke pathetic? You put your own words into your mouth again. The word comes up again.
Hate to say I'm fictional, but they jealous of my clout. Yeah.
What was the point of this video? To alert everyone that maybe Flub isn't the greatest person in the world, and that his dark side is not something you see as a casual viewer. Everyone has a darker side to them, although I found Flub's dark side has hurt more people, and has been showing a lot more of it lately. This isn't intended to start drama, this is criticism, and to help you be better yourself. If I got anything wrong in this video, please DM me on Discord. My tag is redcat #0430. I still think Flub and Juniper are good people, and I appreciate their role in the community, but they have a dark side, something that I'd always needed to be exposed to people. Oh, and if you blindly hate this video, heck off!
Like them poor kids. Why am I so generous to strangers every year? Well, I just like to make it rain on them, dear. I'm gonna make you so gifted.
If this isn't the video, sub to Flub.